Tonight, we aren't just looking at a roster move, we are looking at a seismic shift in the power balance of professional wrestling. You saw the shadows, you heard the rumors, and then, in the heart of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the countdown hit zero, the static cleared, and a name that had been whispered in the halls of Jacksonville for 5 years was finally etched into the history books of the WWE. Royce Keys has arrived. The artist formerly known as Powerhouse Hobbs didn't just walk through the curtain, he shattered the glass of his past and stepped into a future that looks more dominant than any of us could have imagined. Tonight, we're breaking down the journey from the town to the main roster of Monday Night Raw, the secret contract negotiations that had Tony Khan reaching for his checkbook, and the explosive debut that left a former world champion staring at the ceiling. The atmosphere in Saudi Arabia for the 2026 Royal Rumble was unlike anything we've felt in years. There's a specific kind of electricity that fills an arena when 25,000 people realize they are witnessing a jump. It started at entrant number 14. The screen didn't just show a name, it showed a legacy. For a split second, a heartbeat that felt like an eternity, the words Powerhouse Hobbs flashed on the Titantron. The crowd gasped. Was it a glitch? Was it a rib? And then, like a skyscraper being brought down in a controlled demolition, the letters crumbled. In their place, in bold, metallic font, appeared the name Royce Keys. The man who stepped out wasn't the guy we saw on AEW Collision just weeks ago. This was a refined monster. He walked with a calculated aggression, a man who knew he had finally found the stage he was born to perform on. Michael Cole and Wade Barrett on commentary didn't shy away from it. They spoke about his reputation, his dangerous power, and the fact that a major free agent had just chosen the red brand over every other offer on the table. But it was his first act inside the ring that told the real story. Royce Keys didn't go for a mid-carder. He didn't go for a cruiserweight. He walked straight up to Damian Priest, the Archer of Infamy, a former world heavyweight champion, and he didn't just fight him, he overwhelmed him. The cinematic quality of that elimination was a masterpiece. You had Priest, a man who usually towers over his opponents, looking genuinely taken aback by the sheer torque of Keys' strength. One world's most dangerous slam later, and Priest was being hoisted over the top rope. The message was sent: Royce Keys isn't here to climb the ladder. He's here to knock the ladder over and build his own tower. Backstage insights from our sources tell us that this deal was the industry's best-kept secret. We've learned that Keys' AEW contract actually expired on January 15, 2026. While Tony Khan reportedly made several huge money offers to keep the powerhouse in the fold, offers that included guaranteed main event runs and creative control, Keys felt he had hit a glass ceiling. He was frustrated. He felt the start-stop nature of his previous booking was holding back the monster he knew lived inside. Enter Triple H. We're told the game didn't just offer money, he offered structure. He offered the Mark Henry blueprint. And when you look at Royce Keys, you see that lineage. He isn't just a big guy, he is a student of the game who finally has the professors he wants to learn from. The name Royce Keys itself is an emotional beat that many fans might have missed. It's not just a corporate trademark. Royce is the name of his youngest son. Keys is the maiden name of his late mother. This isn't a gimmick, it's a tribute. He's wrestling for something deeper than a paycheck now. He's wrestling for a legacy that bears his family's name. That kind of motivation makes a man dangerous. It makes him unstoppable. The fan perspective is a fascinating mix of betrayal and jubilation. If you look at the AEW forums, there's a sense of loss, of feeling that one of their homegrown pillars was allowed to walk away. But on the WWE side, the hype is through the roof. Fans are already fantasy booking the Powerhouse versus Powerhouse matchups. Imagine Royce Keys standing toe-to-toe with Braun Breaker. Imagine the earth-shaking collisions with Gunther. These aren't just matches, they are spectacles of human endurance. But let's talk about the consequences of his arrival on Monday Night Raw. The red brand is currently a shark tank. You have the Vision faction, led by Braun Breaker, running roughshod over the roster. You have the remnants of the Judgment Day trying to find their footing. And now, you have a 270-pound wrecking ball who doesn't play well with others. During the Rumble, it was Bronson Reed, another member of the Vision, who eventually eliminated Keys. That wasn't an accident. That was a seed planted for a rivalry that is going to redefine the big man division. The dynamic energy of Royce Keys is what sets him apart. He has the agility of a man 60 pounds lighter and the raw, crushing power of a silverback. Backstage, the word is that Devon Dudley and Fit Finlay have already been assigned to work closely with him. They see him as a once-in-a-decade physical talent. He has that it factor, the way he snarls at the camera, the way he absorbs punishment and just smiles. It's a mix of humor and horror that keeps the audience glued to their seats. Think about the stakes for WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas. The rumors are already swirling that Royce Keys isn't going to be stuck in a battle royal. Triple H reportedly has a high-priority program lined up for him that could see him challenging for gold within his first 3 months. The WWE isn't treating him like a newcomer, they are treating him like a returning king. He's being positioned as the man who can finally stand up to the bullies of the locker room. The emotional climax of this story happened just moments after the Rumble went off the air. A fan-captured video showed Royce Keys in the hallway, being greeted by Cody Rhodes and Triple H. The look on his face wasn't one of arrogance, it was one of relief. He looked like a man who had finally made it home. He posted a simple message on social media later that night, #then. #Royal Rumble. That's the Royce Keys brand. No long speeches. No excuses. Just results. So, as we look toward the next few weeks of Raw, the landscape has been permanently altered. Royce Keys is the latest, and perhaps most significant, talent to cross the line in 2026. He brings a physicality that can't be taught and a hunger that can't be satisfied. He left the elite world behind to find greatness, and if his Rumble performance was any indication, he's already halfway there. What do you think of the name change? Are you a fan of Royce Keys, or will he always be Powerhouse to you? Who do you want to see him spear through the barricade first on Monday Night Raw? And do you think Tony Khan made a massive mistake letting this man's contract expire? Sound off in the comments, we're reading every single theory tonight. This has been a massive report for the Wrestling Apocalypse family, and we're just getting started with our coverage of the 2026 jump season. If you want to see a full dream match breakdown for Royce Keys, including that potential clash with Brock Lesnar, make sure you smash that like button. It tells the algorithm that the Apocalypse is the only voice that matters. Subscribe to Wrestling Apocalypse and hit that notification bell so you never miss a breaking news update. We've got eyes in the production trucks and ears in the locker rooms. Would you like me to do a deep dive into the specific WrestleMania plans currently being discussed for Royce Keys' Vegas debut? Let us know. Until next time, keep your eyes on the curtain because you never know who's jumping next. Stay loud, stay wild, and we'll see you in the next one.